It's Happy Hour again from Uptown New Orleans. Hello, I'm Grant Morris. Happy Hour is part of the family of shows on the podcast network. It's neworleans.com. Did I just hit your knee
yes,
there? I'm
did.
sorry about it, actually. When you walk into a bar in New Orleans and you pull up a bar stool, you never know who's going to be sitting on either side of you. What you do know is no matter what they look like, what they're wearing, whether they just got out of a limousine or just got out of jail, they're going to be happy to talk to you. Because that's New Orleans, and this is Happy Hour, a cocktail-fueled 60 minutes of random conversation with folks who have nothing in common. Other than we're all New Orleanians in the bar today, we're at the fabulous Wayfare on Ferret Street, where they have a 4 hour, not 3, Andrew, 4.
I was ready for 3.
It's 4. I always say from 3 p.m. to 7 o'clock, where you can get half-price drinks and half-price bar food. And where is Wayfare? It's on Ferret Street, right across from the European Wax Centre. If you're thinking about getting waxed while you're here as well. And who isn't thinking about it? Joe Stark, are you thinking about getting waxed?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Joe Stark is here from the band the Pet Fangs. Lauren Checki is here, who's an attorney, I believe. Is that correct?
That is correct.
In your own firm.
That is also correct.
Okay, and Ashley Sutton is here from the House of Blues.
That's right.
So how about all that? Happy Hour today is brought to us by Strategic Resumes. If you want to sharpen up your resume or your LinkedIn profile or other job search skills, check them out. You guys, you have a real job, Ashley, right?
Yes.
And you have your own company, your own law firm.
Yeah,
Lauren.
well, yeah, I'm a grown-up.
And you two guys are musicians, so
Yeah, we just have
it
YouTube
doesn't
videos.
count. It doesn't.
2 fake jobs.
And well, listen, you guys might be interested in this. If you're going on vacation, check out Travel Central and Metairie if you want to get away. You start your search by checking with them. It's kind of like going on Expedia or Kayak, except someone else does it for you, and it's absolutely free. Basic Swim and Gym, where you can get a full range of fashion swimsuits, workout, and yoga clothes with style. That's on Jefferson Avenue. No, it's not. It's on Magazine Street near Jefferson Avenue. Hangover Destroyer is the only all-natural product medically proven to prevent a hangover, and the Positive Vibrations Foundation create and encourage community through the development and preservation of arts, music, culture, and heritage. So how about that? I thought it was a pretty good show today.
That was nice.
Yeah, very nice. Well, thank you guys
let's
all
hit
for
the bar.
coming along. Okay, so start at the end then. Ashley,
Yes.
what do you do at the House of Blues exactly?
I am the brand marketing and promotions manager at House of Blues New Orleans. So I really market the brand side of the business, which most people know House of Blues just as a music venue with shows.
What is it, really?
Well, we have a restaurant. We actually have 2 restaurants.
Right.
We have the regular restaurant and bar. We've got the Voodoo Garden, which is a covered patio. We've got dining out there as well. We've got gospel brunch every Sunday.
Everybody knows all this.
Do what?
Everyone knows all this, right? You know all that, right, Joe?
I do, but just from being around all the time.
Right. Andrew, you knew all that. You've played there a lot.
Yep, but even just here in Gospel Brunch, I've never been to the Gospel Brunch. I should go to the Gospel
Same.
You
Brunch.
should.
Okay.
It's,
Gospel brunch
it's
is
awesome.
great.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
go to that, Lauren?
I have been twice.
Really?
I've been twice, so...
Are you a Christian?
I am Catholic.
You're Catholic.
I am.
Is it okay to go to a gospel brunch?
I don't see why not. It's
Yeah,
What's-
it's all religions.
It's all. Is it really?
Yeah, it's just celebrating life.
It's an all religion
Yeah.
gospel.
Do
Yeah.
you need religion to go?
No, you do
Okay,
not.
great.
They probably serve booze there, which is also
They
very
absolutely do.
Catholic.
Unlimited mimosas.
Yeah.
Do you go to church, Lauren? Do you go to mass on every Sunday?
Not as much as I should, probably.
Did
not-
you go as a little kid?
I did.
Where did you grow
Every
up?
Sunday. So I actually grew up in New Jersey.
And is that where the predators are, or are they, or is that somewhere else?
No, I think that's Pennsylvania. That's slightly west of where I grew up.
So there's no predatory priests in New Jersey. Did
Let's
you have
be-
any experience of that?
I personally did not have any experience with that. I am a product of many years of Catholic education.
You are.
Yes, but I mean, I know it exists. We all know it exists now.
You went to a Catholic school, to a Catholic high school?
I went to Catholic college.
Catholic college?
I went to Catholic college.
What is
and,
that?
Well, Loyola in New Orleans is one.
Well, that's one. Okay. All right.
I went to the College of the Holy Cross up in Worcester, Massachusetts.
That sounds very religious.
It was. I didn't take so much religion while I was there, but I did.
College of the Holy Cross.
I know. Well, it's
and
run by
kids,
Jesuits.
Are kids having sex there like they do at other colleges?
Yeah,
not?
I believe they probably are actually having more.
It's more. So that would be a good place to go.
Many, I'd say at least 60% of the students are coming straight out of either an all-boys Catholic high school or an all-girls Catholic high school, so they're ready to go when they get to college.
So what's the concept of the Holy Cross aspect of it? Is it taught by priests or anything like that?
There are definitely some priests who are also professors. There was church on campus. You certainly did not have to practice any religion to go there, and
Right.
several of my friends were Wiccan, pagan, agnostic.
Do you keep in touch with them on Facebook, the Wiccans?
I keep in touch with many of my college friends.
Are they still Wiccans?
They're usually bosses because everybody's working for the weekend.
Okay.
That's close.
Nice joke. Yeah. Are they still friends of yours, Wiccans?
I have some friends who are Wiccans. I have some friends who are practicing pagans.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
You can be a practicing pagan.
Apparently, yes.
What do you
can.
practice if you're a pagan?
I mean,
Satan worship type?
so I have a very limited understanding of this, but I believe that they have a whole religion celebrating the earth and nature and.
Oh, okay. So that's the opposite of what I was thinking.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think they're evil worshippers. So.
Okay. Well, that's not so exciting at all.
No, sorry.
I thought you were friends with a whole bunch of people who are worshiping
I mean, I
Satan
can make
worship.
something up if that.
Well, that would be fine. Yeah, you can. Okay. But anyway, so everyone does know about these things at the House of Blues, but they still don't go to them.
Yeah, well,
You still have to keep reinforcing it.
Yeah, and I will be the first to admit, I didn't realize they had a restaurant until I went on my interview. Yeah.
Are you serious?
I mean, I'd walked
So when you go to the
through-
House of Blues, what do you
Yeah,
think's going on that side?
I don't know. I mean, I just was just focused on getting in that door and
Yeah,
getting
right.
up on the, getting
Getting in
closest to the
before
stage.
you got carded.
Yeah, exactly.
It's very hard to get into the House of Blues
Yeah.
illegally.
But we also have the Foundation Room, VIP club.
Can you get us into that?
Yes, I can. I can put you on the access list.
Can you?
Yeah.
Okay. Now you're talking.
Yeah, so it's
That's a sexy
it's a
room.
it is very sexy. It is based on membership, but if you know the right people and
Everyone in New Orleans knows somebody.
yeah, exactly.
Now, you're the person we need to know. Now you're
yeah,
the
sure.
person we know. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
What do we have to do to get in there? Just
You just shoot me an
call you
email.
up?
But we
Okay.
also have links on our website with buttons that'll get you added to the access list. So it remains
anybody can.
exclusive in that.
Anybody
sense.
can get into that.
Well, not anyone. You have to be in dress code. You have to be over 21.
Dress code.
Yeah.
No sandals.
No sandals. Yeah.
that right?
Yeah.
For men, women can wear sandals. Yeah.
No sandals, meaning what?
Yeah.
Like open-toed
Open-toed shoes, yeah.
Why is that?
No flippy floppies.
No flip-flops.
No.
What
Had
is
to let
that?
a buddy borrow my shoes to get in once.
That means you can't go, Grant.
Yeah,
Neither can I.
that's pretty bad. What is
Yeah.
what does the having flip-flops signify? That you're a low-life piece of shit?
I mean, I don't know. Maybe men's toes are grosser than women's.
I don't know what that would
Brand's getting that
signify.
pedicure, ready to go show his
Yeah.
feet off at the House of Blues.
Yeah, I don't know. I
They
think
have
they
a
just
guy in the bathroom at the House of Blues. That always disturbs me, quite frankly.
yeah.
Is he still there? I don't think the House of Blues.
I don't
he
know.
is.
I've never been in the men's restroom.
You haven't?
No.
I can get you in there. I can get you on the access list to that. You guys ever go to the bathroom at the House of Blues?
Yeah, I mean, I
There's a
remember.
guy in there.
I've been in the foundation room more than the main room, and there wasn't a guy in there. I
There's
remember
not?
that. Yeah.
There
'Cause
is.
I've been in there more recently. No,
There's
no
not.
guy in there.
Do you go there, Joe?
I've been there, and there's always a guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's disturbing, isn't it?
I think he just
Does he have, like,
helps you with
mints or
the,
something? Like,
yeah,
what is he-
mints, washes
okay.
the hands.
All
It's
right.
like
I don't know
he's
what
there.
what does he do in there?
I guess I have seen the stool in there, so that would make sense why there's a stool in the men's restroom, because I guess he sits on the stool.
It's a sort of
There
a
you
pun
go.
as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, he leaves his station.
I mean, I just feel sorry for someone that's their job, hanging out in the men's bathroom at a club.
It'd be
Well, I
rough.
think people tip. I mean, right? I don't know.
Yeah, yeah.
If
That's
I see
the other
someone
thing
in
I
there,
hate too.
sometimes
That
I tip. Yeah.
I don't want to tip a guy in the bathroom. C-Rock, what is it?
Better than cleaning the bathroom.
Yeah, but
yeah.
I guess so. But how much fun could that be in an evening to spend 8
I don't know.
hours?
I can't imagine the things
you,
seen.
so you
or-
don't know the guy? There.
No, I don't. I don't think I want to know who it is.
She's just worried about a guy in the ladies' bathroom.
Yeah, exactly.
Is there a woman in the ladies' bathroom?
I don't think so. Not when I've been.
I think he's just there because a lot of guys don't wash their hands, and he's there for accountability. That's how he gets tips. You know, the guys who don't wash their hands, they give him a roll 5, and they say, "You didn't see anything."
Okay,
Makes sense.
you might be right. Joe, are you playing there at the House of Blues?
I've played there a bunch.
You
Yeah,
have? Okay.
I played the big room and the small room, the one
parish.
upstairs, the parish room.
So how's it all going with Pet Fangs?
It's going really good.
Pet Fangs is a pretty interesting band.
It's very interesting.
Seems like things might be taking off.
Well, we try to give the illusion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's working pretty well. I'm buying it.
We're feeling good about it. Yeah, we haven't played a bunch of shows, but we played a lot of good shows, if that makes any sense.
Yes.
And we're
Except that you get paid per show. So
exactly. Yeah,
that's the only downside
we don't
to
make
that
any
theory.
money. We don't make any money, but shit is looking awesome. But yeah, we have a lot of stuff like we're looking forward to. We're putting out an album before the end of the year.
You are finally putting out an album.
Yes,
Oh,
finally.
right. Okay.
I know. I don't
Would
know
you
why
like
we
us
were.
to help you with the name of it?
I think we have a name, and we had an idea for a cover, but then somebody took that idea. They didn't steal it from us, but they did it before us.
What was the name, and then what was the cover?
I think the album's going to be called Ultra Deluxe, and we're going to make it look like a condom wrapper and have the Durex sign just say Pet Fangs Ultra Deluxe over and over
Right.
again. And then that happened, like some rapper did it like a month ago.
What about Magnum?
I think they have something similar too. It's been a while since I've worn one, so
I see here you guys open for Bon Jovi,
we
the
did.
Smoothie King singer.
Yes,
That's awesome.
We did. It was awesome.
What?
We,
Yeah, sorry.
we were on tour, opening for my friend and employer Mark Broussard. So me and Ben Alamone, who plays keys in the band, we opened the show as Pet Fangs, and we moved over to Mark's band and played his show. And halfway through the tour, we got a call wondering if we could go open for Bon Jovi, and we were like, it can't happen. Like, it's the day after we got off tour. We were in Boston, and I called my wife. I was like, can you believe this shit? Like, the most random shit happens when we're, like, away. And she was like, you've got to fucking figure it out. Like, make it happen.
This is why you get married.
Yes.
So somebody can straighten you out.
So I think we spent, like, $1,000 getting home to open for Bon Jovi.
And
But-
what? So just one night here at
Yeah,
the
that's
Smoothie
it.
King Center.
Yeah.
And how did it go, actually?
It was epic. I mean, we wanted to play the arena. We showed up. It was really funny. Like, the crew guys. I think typically what happens on his last tour was you were like a contest winner who got to, like,
how you get to
Guitar
open.
Center and whatever present Battle of the Bands, and the winner gets the opening slot. So for whatever reason, that didn't happen here, and they had like a last-minute week panic. Like, we have to find a band. We forgot the contest. So we just...
Who's the promoter? This is a Live
It's
Nation.
a Live Nation thing, yeah.
Yeah.
And we knew one of my best friends is like runs the Live Nation office, and he called. He's like, "Does Pet Fangs want to do it?" It's like, man, I don't think we can make it happen. And then after being encouraged, we just figured out a way. Yeah.
So you have one of your best friends runs the booking office at Live Nation. That's got to be handy.
I think he had a promotion company that I guess Live Nation.
How they bought them?
Yeah, exactly. So, and they were doing great on their own, and I think they're really happy to be part of that,
Yeah.
umbrella.
Are those guys
it's
from
a
here?
monster.
They were the guys from here that did
Yeah,
Voodoo?
they were. His name's it's two guys that I know. One's name's Russell, and the other one's name's Tony.
Right.
And they had a company called Blue Deuce, and then they now are the Live Nation guys. So
Wow.
yeah,
That's
super
handy.
cool dudes.
And
And
how
good
do you,
to know.
How do you like working for Live Nation?
I
Are
love
they
it.
good employers?
Yeah, no, they're
Apart from not
yeah.
having women in the bathroom?
No, they're fantastic employers, and
Health insurance?
yes, amazing benefits. I've never worked for a company that had benefits like this, so
And
very.
what do you? But you have to go to work every day.
I do, but
That's the
most people
downside,
don't
yeah.
think it's a real job because they're like, "Oh, you're just going to the House of Blues to hang out." I'm like, "No, people actually have offices there."
Are you there from 9 to 5, as it were?
I'm
or-
not. I'm actually there from 10 to 6 usually. I mean, it varies depending on what's going on in the venue, but it's definitely a later in the day job, which
Right.
works for me because I'm not
what-
a morning person.
So what are you doing? Are you making phone calls or taking people out for coffee, or what are you doing?
I like liquid lunch. It's good. Happy hour. But no, it's I do a lot of strategic partnerships within the community. So just raising awareness about the brand, that we have a restaurant.
What does it mean? What do you actually do? Strategic partnership, what is that?
I meet with people, and we just talk about different things that we're working on. I talk about things that are going on at the House of Blues. They talk about things that they're doing with their organizations.
So
Or
it's kind of like this.
yeah,
You
exactly.
get paid to sit around.
No, not necessarily. No, I do a
Bullshit
lot
to
of
think about what you're
I do a lot of graphic design. I do a lot of social media.
Ah.
All the emails that you see coming out from House of Blues specifically are all built by me.
Thank God I don't get those.
Yeah.
How many do you send out?
It depends on, again, what's going on. We usually send a brand newsletter every week, but
Okay, so this is what you do. You're a specialist in brand marketing.
exactly.
Okay,
yeah.
so does this email stuff work? How many people are reading these email? Do you guys have this problem?
I will say
I have
this.
hundreds of them.
In regards to House of Blues, I grew up in Houma, Louisiana, and when I first started playing music, I could come in and play the city and play any venue and have a couple people here. If we had a show at the House of Blues, it was like a destination show at like a casino.
Wow.
The whole town would drive in to see. I mean, they wouldn't see us in Houma, but they would come see us in New Orleans.
And how would you explain that?
It's their fucking
Yeah,
newsletter.
I mean, I would say the drive market is huge for us, because people use New Orleans as like the big city, to come in for the
Sure.
weekend. And House of Blues is,
It's a
it's
very
an
real
iconic venue and live music venue in the city. We were the first to open after Katrina. We actually opened in 1994, so we're going to be celebrating our 25th anniversary in January. And it just continues to expand. So yeah.
But go back to the email marketing. thing.
Okay.
Yeah, how many would you get a day, would you say, of these unwanted, unsolicited emails that you never
Oh,
put
I
yourself?
hope you're not getting more than one a day.
No, but from everybody. Like there's all these...
yeah.
Well, yeah, every
everybody's-
time you sign up, it's almost to the point where you get like a bat email account, right? Like you just like,
Right.
this is my old email that I closed a year ago.
Have you got your
Like a
phone?
Yahoo
Have you got
account?
your email on you right now?
Yeah.
Have a look and see
the
how
amount
many
of
you've got
trash
since we've been
emails.
sitting here.
Let's see.
How many? Andrew, have you got one?
It's probably like 5 a day.
Let's see. 5.
Yeah, well,
I've got one.
5 emails a day?
I have
Well,
2.
not from one entity, but 5 newsletters from something.
Okay,
a day.
Lauren, what have you got?
Oh my gosh, I don't even want to know.
Let's have a look right now. Let's compare bullshit emails since we started this show. In the last, this is 38 minutes ago. I got something. That's an actual email. Here's one from Cassandra Durocher from some company called SNB. I don't even know what that is.
But it sounds like you got to go through some of this stuff and filter it out.
But how do you get rid of it? It just
Well, you go
more
to
of
it and you
keeps-
say filter messages like this house
And then
from
it
this
goes straight
person,
to
and
your
just
trash?
straight to the trash,
Does that
archive
work?
it. Yeah.
We actually have an account within our email accounts or folders that it automatically filters it for you. It's called the clutter.
Right.
So if
Well, I have that too. I have
I
a
hate the
spam
clutter
folder.
Well, yeah, no.
Do you have a spam
it's in
folder with
addition
this-
to.
it's in addition to that?
Yeah.
I hate the clutter folder. It
Yeah.
keeps
What-
taking out important things, and then you can't see
There
them.
you
It
go.
does,
That's
it
the problem
does.
with that. So how many have you got there, Lauren?
In looking at my 3 email accounts, I have about 6 since we started the show.
6 since we started the show. 6 emails you don't want.
Yeah.
So how do you cut through that, Ashley? And
Cut
your-
through the clutter.
Yeah, cut through the clutter. How do you get people to pay attention to the House of Blues ones? Because I just delete everything.
I would try to use catchy subject lines,
Right.
emojis in subject lines.
I can lower your mortgage. Have you tried that one?
I usually
Penis
do
enlargement.
free beer.
Free beer. That would do.
And then I say, well, now that I've got you. But yeah, it is a corporation, so there are certain things I can't do and
Can't
say.
do the penis
but
enlargement.
No.
Lower your mortgage.
I can't even say free. I have to say
You can't.
complimentary.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Is that
Damn.
right?
Because free is flagged. It automatically flags it as spam.
Oh, I see. Well,
Yeah.
no, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
But complimentary gets through the spam filter.
Apparently.
Okay.
So that's what
Oh,
we've been told
that's
to
how
do.
they're winning over there.
Yeah.
That's
But we
how that's-
segment. We segment our emails too. So if you've signed up for a House of Blues newsletter, you've said what genres of music you're specifically interested in. So depending on what I'm shooting out through the email, I'll segment to make sure I'm
Sure.
hitting those fans.
I get them on Facebook as well. I see the Wonder Years
Yeah.
are coming.
The what?
The Wonder Years. Do you know them?
The TV show?
Yeah.
No, I think it's a band.
Oh,
Is
Do you
it
remember the
like
band
Fred
from the
Savage?
90s?
We.
The Oneaters?
I can't remember what they sang now, though. I thought you might be able to tell me that, actually.
No.
They had a
no.
big hit in the 90s, but I can't think what
I
it was.
don't know. I thought it was a tribute band that we
that's,
were.
is that all it is?
And they were going to play the movie.
Is that it?
I don't know. Now I'm being put on the spot. I'm not sure.
Oh, no, it's okay. You don't book the music. You don't have to know
I
that kind of
don't, I
stuff.
don't.
You just
I
have to
mean-
know the restaurant.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, talking of music, Joe, what about playing something while you're sitting here?
Sure, I'd love to.
Well, yeah, look at this cool-looking guitar.
I
So
just got this.
it's nice. What is it?
It's sweet.
French.
It's an old Gibson J45.
I see you've got the SC there as well. That's
What's going
stands
on
for
there?
Original Hard Shell Case.
Oh wow! Yeah. Don't you wish
like-
you had a couch that looked like that?
Oh my God!
And
Yeah.
the inside of an old guitar case is a thing too.
This is the
behold.
original old the guitar case that came with the Gibson.
Yeah.
We're looking at the.
Where'd you find this old guitar?
My cousin, who kind of taught me how to play, I have a few of his guitars now, either from sale or trade or just because it's like, something he gave to me.
Is he in Homer?
He's not. He lives in
Where's-
Portland, Oregon, and
Why is he giving his guitars away?
well, he didn't give this one to me, but he just knew I really wanted it, and he was in a place where he just wanted to sell it, a few of his things, and I was like, put me in line for the J45. I had a show in Portland, and I was going to be up there, so I knew like the earnings of the tour, and the tour ended in Portland, and I was like, I think I can swing it. I'll just come home with a little less money and a new guitar. So it's a new old guitar. I think it's like 667, and it plays like a dream. So
And he
I'm stoked
taught you to
have
play
it.
guitar.
He was like my cool older cousin. Is the reason I kind of wanted to get into it.
And he
then-
moved from Homer to Portland.
Yeah,
That's how
he-
cool he is.
Yeah, and he lived in the city for a while. Like he's been all over, but
What does he
lives in
do?
Portland now. He's just he's an interesting guy. He has a law degree. He is like does graphic art for restaurants, stuff like that. He's a true Portland hippie
The
dude.
real thing, right?
Yeah.
Right. What does he do for a living?
I think the graphic design
Graphic
stuff
design?
mostly.
Okay.
Yeah.
What does he do with his law degree? Nothing.
Not much.
Well,
No.
and have you ever thought about giving up law to become a graphic designer?
No, but only because I'm really not artistic at all.
What would you do if you had to give up your degree?
Oh my gosh,
Your
I'd probably be some weird little old lady with like a mystery bookshop somewhere, I think.
That's not a bad idea because people are buying books like crazy now.
Yeah, books are
back.
Books are coming back, I think.
Books and records are back. Who would have ever guessed that was going to happen?
Books never left me. I mean, I have an
Really?
iPad, I have books on it, but I still like the feel of a book. I like the
Yeah.
I like to hold
I'm
the
the
book,
same.
you
Yeah,
know?
I'm the same.
I think everybody is. I have all these books on my iPad and I never read them because I forget they're there.
Yeah.
Do you do that?
Occasionally. I find that, like things that are like mass market paperbacks, like beach reads and stuff like that, I'll get those on my iPad, but like if I'm going to sit down and read a novel, I want to hold it. I want
Yeah.
to hold a real book. So,
What are you reading at the moment? Anything?
I'm reading a few things. I always try to read one sort of New Orleans-centric book, but I'm in between books. I'm looking for recommendations if anybody has
Of a
one
New
for me.
Orleans-centric book.
Either a New Orleans, either a Louisiana author or a book about Louisiana. So, but I really like.
Somebody's got to know one. Thomas.
Have you read Confederacy of Dunces yet?
Yeah, actually, that was required reading for Tulane Law School.
Is that right?
Yeah, before
For
we
law
that
school?
was before we started our first year. That was on our like summer reading list.
For Tulane Law.
You got to read King Zeno.
Okay, I have not read King Zeno yet.
Yes, it's about New Orleans at like the turn of the 20th century, and he's like a Mardi Gras king, but he's involved in crime and stuff.
Oh, nice.
that
Nathaniel
sounds-
Rich is the author.
That sounds really cool. I'd probably like that a lot.
C-Roy. That's the voice of
Here are
C-Roy.
the books
Na-
called.
Nathaniel Rich is also a really big deal right now because he wrote an article in the New York Times about global warming, and he's been on podcasts for about 2 solid weeks now. He's coming in. He's
Nice.
coming into WWNO tomorrow for the 4th time in a week.
And he's a local guy.
Yeah, he's a trusted source.
Okay, all right.
Props to Nathaniel
And
Rich.
Ashley, what are you, a little hot? So you're fanning yourself with your...
I don't know.
with
I'm
your
just like, I'm having a hot flash right now.
What do you think that's a... Could you be pregnant?
No.
Really?
No, absolutely.
What sort of contraceptive method do you use? Because
We're getting real personal. I need a second
Joe
drink
said,
for this.
Joe said he doesn't wear a condom. So I was wondering what your system
I
is.
just got clipped though. I don't have to do
Oh,
it.
really? So
Oh,
you had a
wow.
vasectomy.
Man.
Do you
Okay.
have kids?
I have 2.
Okay.
And we're done.
That's it.
And I thought that was going to be an awful experience.
But you really loved it. You wish you could go and do it again.
I didn't love it, but the doctor thought I might have. Cause,
What?
yeah. They give you some drug that makes you like just zonked. And I
Oh,
don't.
that's always
I
good.
didn't have, like, I lost my prescription. From the time of the checkup to the time of the actual thing, I had lost it. And I think it's Valium. Did that zonk you out?
Valium is
Sounds
like
right.
Yeah. So I was like, I don't have my Valium. Like, what am I going to do? And my wife, she's like a pharmacist. She has a bag, and it's like, just however you want to go. And she's like,
She sounds great.
she is a great person.
Keeps in a jacket.
Exactly.
And she's like, don't worry, I have some extras or whatever. I'm like, okay, cool. So I take one on the way.
This is on
She's
your way to
driving me.
surgery.
Yeah, she's driving me to surgery. I did the surgery like right off of. It was like right by Tulane, like here uptown.
I was hoping you were going to say that, not someplace out.
Yeah, well,
Chalmette.
a bunch of my friends had their same surgery. This engineer guy named Mike Napolitano had it. It's like just a bunch of my musician friends was like, all right, cool, I'm going to go do this. So I get there.
I'm sure he's pleased that you mentioned
Well,
that.
the thing is it wasn't kicking in. So she's like, just take another one. By the time I walked in there, I was like, oh my God, just
This
saw.
is great.
And he tells me, I don't have to ask if you took the pills. I was like, I took them. So it happens, and he's like, okay. I'm like, are you going to do anything? He's like, it's done. I'm like, well, like, are you sure? He goes, I mean, I could sit around here and piddle around if you want, but I'm free to go. I was like, all right, I'm out. It's done.
Wow, you didn't even know you had a vasectomy.
Didn't even know.
This guy's got a light touch.
A few days later, or like a few hours later, I understood something had gone on. And then for a few days, like, no heavy lifting. I tried to
Okay.
milk it as much as possible.
All right. So how old are your kids?
1 and 4.
Oh, you weren't messing around. You were
I'm
serious.
busy. Yeah.
Right. Okay. That's a lot.
Busier at home.
And you're
than on
married
the
as
road.
well, actually. Right?
I am,
That's
I
why I
am.
thought I'd bring up the contraceptive.
Yeah, my
idea.
husband is actually an attorney as well.
He is.
He is.
What does he do? What kind of law?
Well, he does a little bit of everything. Yeah, he works for himself, but he also works with 2 other attorneys, and they just kind of take anything and everything that comes to the door. So it's interesting.
Does he have an office?
He works out of several offices. Sometimes the office is the living room.
So
But
he's like the sort of Uber of attorney.
yeah, but he's on the phone all the time.
Right.
So.
That's interesting. Did you start off like that, Lauren, before you got your own?
So,
Place?
when I first started off, I worked for a small firm out in Metairie. But when my partners and I started our own practice, we subleased a 1-room office in an advertising firm downtown on Poydras Street so we could look respectable.
Right.
And literally, when I mean 1 room, I mean 3 of us, desks pressed together, 1 room. If more than one person had to be on the phone at the same time, one of us would go pace in the hall up and down. We sort of started the firm with like $7,000 in the bank and a prayer. And it's been great.
So that's worked out.
It's worked
And
out.
the name of the company is Scott Vicknair Hair and Checki.
Yeah.
So I like that because someone's actually called Hair, Hair.
So interestingly enough, occasionally we get calls for somebody looking for a hair salon.
Yeah. I was thinking this.
Hair transplant, hair salon, hair waxing.
We have a few bad listings, I think, on a.
I would get rid of Scott and Vicknair and just do Hair and Checki. Doesn't that sound good?
Sometimes I think about that too. No, really, I love the guys. I hope they're not listening right now.
Are they all guys except you? You're the one woman in this whole.
My partners are all men. We have a mix of female and male associates and attorneys in the firm. It just so happens that when we started, Galen and I had been partners for a long time, and Dave and Brad, who are the Scott and Vicknair, had been partners for a long time. And when we merged, it sort of upset the balance.
What's Mr. Hare's first name?
It's Galen.
Galen Hare.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Great name right there, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, he's also a 6'10" stomper, and he's been known to wear his uniform to work.
Wow.
So,
Now, this is a real New Orleans type of outfit.
Yeah, we try. We like to do things around the city with the firm, and we recently just took everybody over to ARC of Greater New Orleans to do bead sorting for like a fundraiser for them.
What is that? That's
ARC.
that was the animal rescue. Was that something?
No, that's Arno. ARC works with the special needs community and educational opportunities and things like that. And they're the ones who collect the beads after Mardi
secondhand
Gras.
Mardi Gras
Yeah,
beads.
the secondhand beads
Okay.
and resell them. So we
Right.
did that.
And what do they do with them, actually?
So they sort them. I mean, they come in, they clean them, they sort them, they bag and tag them, and then they have a store there where they resell them, and then they resell them. Like the crews will actually put in orders for their own beads, so they're essentially selling the crew back their beads from the year
It's
before.
right. It's
Correct
located
business.
right there on Nashville.
Yeah, they have something there, and then they have like a big sorting facility out in Metairie, which is where we most recently were. And you walk in, and it's like this huge warehouse, and there's just beads everywhere.
What's the smell like?
Pee and beer.
A little bit like Mardi Gras. I was gonna say it, a little differently, but yeah, a little bit. I mean, no, it was fine, and they had air conditioning, which was a bonus for when you're going to volunteer in the summer. So
So what did you volunteer to do? You sorting Mardi Gras beads with
yeah.
these kids. Are they all kids or are they adults?
No, it's a mix, and there's actually they bring in a lot of different groups from all over too. So there was actually a school group, like a summer church school group from Southern Alabama, who was there that day too. So it was
What a great New Orleans visit.
yeah, and they were going off and doing some New Orleans things, but they were also doing a service project while they were here, and that was great. So
that's cool.
You meet some
I
different
can't
people.
believe
and stuff
coming
like
all the
that.
way to New Orleans and then you working sorting Mardi Gras beads
Well,
in a warehouse in Metairie. Was it Metairie?
Yeah, and it was interesting to me because, like a couple of the parents who were chaperoning had been to Mardi Gras. They were like, oh, yeah, we know Mardi Gras, but when they were doing their intro, they're like, so let us tell you a little about Mardi Gras. These kids, they had, Mardi Gras to them was only what they'd seen on TV. They really didn't have any sort of frame of reference for it.
Do you get drinks while you're sorting beads?
So interestingly, we did not, because we did it on like a Saturday morning and we didn't know that was an option, but they do these sip and sort parties. Anybody can get a group of friends together and go over with as much booze as you want on a, pretty much schedule any night with them and, do a sip and sort. So I told I'm in the crew of Nick's, and I told some of my float mates, and we were saying, yeah, we should go do that one night. So we're trying to pick a date to, gather up our massive quantities of pink wine and go over there and sort beads for a couple
It's
hours.
a good way of giving something back to the community.
Definitely.
Get loaded with special needs people and sort beads. That's an interesting evening out in New Orleans.
Sounds like a party. I
Yeah.
like it.
Okay, Joe, sorry to sidetrack you there,
It's
right when
fine.
we've got
It's
the
fine.
Portland
I don't even know
special
what I'm gonna
Gibson
play.
set.
Yeah, that's all good.
Do you want a suggestion? We can make.
Sure.
How many songs are on the record? Do you have to write like 10 songs or?
I think we have like 12 or 13.
Okay.
And then we're going to probably dwindle it down to 10, or I don't know, maybe all 13. Who knows? So, we'll have that out before the end of the year, and then we'll just
Is it going to
get
have
back
the
to-
songs that you've already put out before, like Gold Coast?
we were talking about that. I think we might leave one or two of those off of there,
Right.
just as singles, because they've been around since we started about 2 years ago. So,
Right.
Yeah.
Have you guys heard Pet Fangs? Ashley, you must have been at the House of Blues.
Lauren
right?
was telling me she Googled everybody and got to see.
What do you
I
think?
went to your
They're
homework.
really good. Huh?
So
No.
I'm a
So
lawyer. I
smart.
can't help myself. So I may have Google stalked Joe just a little bit. I'm not sure it's really suited to the acoustic guitar, but I'm a huge fan of Bitch Baby, which I think is one of your
that's
newest
a good-
releases, right?
It is. I don't even know if I could play it.
I
on
don't-
the
I don't think you
acoustic.
could.
Yeah, it would be
But,
tough.
I mean,
but-
I think they have a great sound. I think it's really unique,
Yeah.
and I'm looking forward to the first album.
Yeah, me too. It'd be good to have a whole album, although you can steal them off Spotify pretty easy. Just
yeah,
play
absolutely.
one after the other.
Stream it.
What's
Yeah.
that one you do that's sort of? There's a video of the four of you like in a stripped down sort of look.
Oh yeah, Afterglow.
Afterglow,
We
that's a
just
great
did that
song.
one, and then we did. We played that balcony TV thing.
I saw that you were in Los Angeles doing
Yeah,
the balcony TV.
Yeah, we did that. That was.
That's
Gold
a
Coast
Live
Streaming.
Nation.
Is it? It was
thing,
on
I
the
think,
roof
as
of
well.
Live Nation.
Yeah.
Oh,
Actually.
really? Yeah, their offices are amazing there.
It was really
Yeah.
nice.
Live Nation is everywhere.
Man, you cannot
Yeah.
avoid those people.
Yeah.
Might as well start to
Play
like
on,
them.
And,
right?
yeah, and they're continuing to expand. Yeah.
Are they?
Oh,
I'll
yeah.
play that. Then. I'll play Gold Coast Streaming. But
Okay.
I didn't cut you off if you have more to
No,
say
no, no.
about Live
That's-
Nation.
I've been walking and a talking like I'm sure as shit. Gonna keep it straight, ballin' when my ship comes in. You just keep me knowing, silver linings glowing, so close I can taste it. Fake it till I make it, 'cause your faded blue jeans and your faded pink hair Gold Coast dreaming. So we throw all of these pennies in the wishing well. Hope the land of plenty got more room than hell. Maybe life ain't been fair, baby, when we get there, we ain't going nowhere. Oh my God, I swear your faded blue jeans and your faded pink hair keep me Gold Coast dreaming, 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 Gold Coast dreaming. No more dancing like a monkey just to keep it alive. When I'm drinking milk and honey from your lips every night. No more dancing. No more dancing. 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 Gold Coast dreaming, 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 Gold Coast dreaming.
All right. Thank you. How'd you like playing the guitar?
It was fun. I think I heard like one out of tune string, but that's less than there usually are, actually.
That was a nice song. What did you guys think?
I like that. I like the high
Yeah,
voice.
It's killer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounded great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your faux Prince. Yeah.
Did you write that?
I wrote most of the lyrics. Yeah. I remember we wrote it. It was a few of us. There's a studio that we have, or it's like a little room, like about the size of that. I don't know. It's like a little shoebox room that we call a studio, and there's a dartboard. So we were drinking beer, and throwing darts, and as an exercise, just forced ourselves to each write, like whoever wasn't throwing, just write. And then we took all the little journal. I think we were listening to like a Charlotte Gainsbourg record, which is primarily in French. So we weren't really understanding like lyrics, but being inspired by music. In any case, somebody had written faded pink hair or something like that.
How many Valium had you had on this?
Right. We're giving each other vasectomies back and
This is how you write songs. You sit around playing darts, and whoever's not throwing the darts writes the line.
It's
while
different
listening
every
to a
time, but
Charlotte
that's how it
Gainsbourg.
was that night.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's how you came up with that song.
That's it. Yeah. I mean, it was like partially written once we left the studio that early morning. So.
You might want to go back to that Charlotte Gainsbourg record and do that again, because that was a pretty nice song.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Didn't you think, Andrew?
That was killer, yeah.
You
Thanks, Andrew.
ever listen to French music, Andrew, while you're...
Not directly as an inspiration, but isn't that a good idea to kind of hear a song that you don't understand the words to while you're trying to think of words?
Sure.
Smart.
Just get a sort of a mood.
Yeah.
Hey, Lauren, who's texting?
This would
Anybody
be one of my law partners, Brad Scott.
Does he want to talk to us?
He probably doesn't want to talk to us, but he's certainly having fun sending me pictures of watching us on the little live cast. I'm busted. I guess I can't say anything else mean about them, huh?
That's a good point. You didn't say anything mean. You said how much you love them, and
That is
they're
true.
awesome.
I do love them, and they are awesome.
Even Mr. Hare, my new favorite, my new attorney.
Could get you in the 610 stomper.
But your day job is you're a member of Mark Broussard's band.
I am. Yeah.
And that's a full-time gig.
It is. He's very busy too, so it does keep me out there and
Right.
and busy.
How
So
What are
long
the
have you
rest-
been with him? Sorry.
like on and off for like 13 years now.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, we were kids. I met Mark. He was actually opening for me, and then stole my drummer. And then the drummer was like, "You need a job, dude. You got to come over here. This is going good." And then I just keep quitting, And then once my shit messes up, Mark will have me back. So it's been a really amazing relationship. And I mean, I'm half joking. Usually, like Mark is very sympathetic towards my pet projects. And if I decide I'm going to go off and do something, he's like, cool, come open for us. Or cool, what can I do to help? So he's been an awesome dude.
That's good. And what do the other guys in your band do?
Ben is also a professional musician. He plays keys. Actually, did he do a tour with you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ben.
He was
I'm
on the road
asking,
with you right
but
now.
I knew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seeing if I remembered.
Yeah. He said he had a blast, man.
That was a lot of fun. That
He's
guy.
been out on the road just now with you.
Yeah, he's just such a pure musician, and you know, I don't know all the guys in Pet Fangs, but that seems to be the thing, and that's what Ben was saying is just, you know, pure musicians all around.
Yeah. He's really, just a tremendous cat. He like, the way his brain works is like nothing I've ever been around musically, and maybe otherwise, but especially musically. David, my brother, plays drums and he sells real estate and does like some carpentry stuff. And then Jory, who plays bass, does photography. And he does some really cool like art direction stuff. He'll do like, I don't know who the like rappers are, but it's like Ty Dolla $ign and stuff like
Okay.
that.
Wow.
So he gets a lot of good work
Does
doing
he
that
do your
stuff.
videos as well?
He does, yeah.
Right.
Just because he won't let anybody else touch the shit, you know.
Well, he's good.
Yeah, he is. He's a fun dude to
He's
work
got a
with.
lot of themes I see in your videos. With them.
Yeah.
Who owns that Mercedes convertible that's in all of it?
So my dad owned that car probably like 25 years ago when we were little kids, and he sold it. It left the state and magically came back. It's been through like 4 owners. The new owner is the father of like one of our high school buddies. So every time we shoot a video,
Yeah, it's in
he
everything.
lets it. Yeah.
Okay, that's super weird, isn't it?
Super weird, but we've adopted it as a theme car,
Yeah,
and we
yeah.
gave him the plates that say "Daddy" on it, so he's happy to have his car in there.
That's
Nice. Am I imagining that you burned out some tires doing some donuts? Did that happen or no?
We did do that, but it wasn't with the car. There's this.
that's right.
There's the all-female biker gang
what
club,
is that?
the Caramel Curves.
Caramel curves.
It's this fucking awesome biker club, which is all women.
In LA? Or
It's here in
Here.
New
Here.
Orleans,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh.
And ironically, I can't remember how I came across them, but I was like, we have to figure out a way to get on the back of these girls' bikes. And we kept reaching out to them,
I'm
and
Googling them.
I don't know if we weren't getting anywhere, but somehow or another we knew somebody that worked this thing out for us. And we had one woman that runs the whole club and another one that actually is from Homa. They drove down on their bikes and they like blow pink smoke out. It was amazing.
This is
They
an
let us ride on the
all-girl
back of
biker
them.
gang in
That's
Homa.
right. It's in New Orleans. And then they just got featured, like they had a huge write-up in the New York Times, like the week before we put out the video. It,
You know
it was
these
like some
guys?
press that we could have not
That's
imagined.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you know these people, Andrew?
I just know of
Caramel.
the Instagram stuff that
Oh,
they've been
wow.
posting. Yeah.
It's like
Actually,
speed bikes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
they're serious.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Wow.
them.
Oh my God!
That's
Wow.
them.
Okay, that's cool.
I think
And
it's entirely female African American biker women, like just
Wow.
badass chicks on
that
bikes.
is a small group of people, I would think.
I'll tell you this:
How many are there?
They were super into me riding bitch on their bikes.
That's the name of the song.
Yeah, I had a vest on that said "bitch baby," and as part of the deal, we were gonna pay them each like $100 or so bucks. They did it for pennies, considering the production value, and then gas their bikes up. And I was gonna take off my vest to go ride to the gas station, and the girl was like, "Don't take that vest off. You're showing everybody." So
Well, that was
fun.
a pretty good. That's a good marketing move, right?
Yeah,
Ashley,
I'm
wouldn't
like,
you say?
I'm trying to figure out how I can partner
You wanna
with
join
them.
the club?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
actually, this is what you do all day. You get people to somehow effectively read your Instagram posts and
Yeah.
emails and so on.
It's not what I do all day, but it's, yeah.
You've
it's
got to know
part of
something
it.
about that, though, right?
What?
You've got to know the secret. How do you get? I never can understand how you get something like 1,000 people to like a post on Facebook or on Instagram.
Honestly, it is talking as if I would talk to any normal person. It's not this
Pretend you know a normal
stale.
person.
Well, it's not this stale message. You have to be from here to talk to the audience.
But is there some sort of a hashtag secret, or
No,
that doesn't mean anything?
I don't think so. Honestly, I mean, you can hashtag 40 different words, and
Does that help?
I think it does help to some extent, but it's really the content that just needs to be engaging and just needs. I mean, funny shit, honestly, is what
Okay.
is viral. Yeah.
Can you come
Goes
up with
viral.
something from the show that we could put on Instagram that we could get 1,000
I
people
don't know.
to
Like,
like it?
I'm really interested in these caramel curves, girls.
They're the bomb.
Who wouldn't be?
But a 5-minute vasectomy is interesting as well.
5 minute Valium vasectomy. That's a
Love
good
it.
point.
Yeah.
Are you going to have kids?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
And what's the plan?
Someone asked us the other day, my husband and I, and he immediately responded 1, and I at the same time said 2, and we both looked at each other, and I said, I thought you wanted like 3, and he goes, I've always wanted 1, and I was like, well, that's news to me.
Looks like you got some talking to do.
How long have you been married?
4 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's not that long. I guess
No,
you
but we've
haven't
been
got around
together
to
for
it.
10, so it's kind of.
No one brought up how many kids, I guess. Are you single, Lauren?
I am single, yes.
Okay. Have you ever thought about having kids?
I went back and forth on it for a little while. I think I have a younger brother, and he's set on having 3, and I'm going to let him have the kids. I love
Well,
kids.
do you have a-
I love
would you-
other people's kids.
Do you? Yeah, okay. Would you have a number in mind, say, though, if you're going to have kids?
You know, when I was younger, I thought I wanted 5 kids.
5 kids. You
I
had
was
a
gonna-
number.
I was
Okay.
going to have 5 kids
All
when
right.
I was younger. Now I think I'm back
Now
to
you're
like
down to
0 kids. Yeah.
You just have one sibling?
I do. I have one little brother.
See, I have 6.
You're 6.
Yeah.
You mean there's 6 altogether or 7 altogether?
So I'm the oldest of 4 on both sides, but I'm very close to both sides. So I'm the oldest of 4 on my mom and my mom and my stepdad,
Right.
and then I'm the oldest of 4 with my dad and stepmom.
So you got 2 families of 4.
Yeah.
That's not 6, by the way. That's 8.
Well, yeah, but I wasn't.
Oh, you're the same, but you're
7.
you're
7.
one on each.
Yeah,
Does
So
that mean that your biological parents' only child?
is me. Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Oh,
So I'm
wow.
kind of
Hey,
only
how'd you
child.
figure that out, Thomas?
Because I'm good at math.
Man, that is good. That's like a puzzle.
Yeah. So
So you're the only biological child of whom?
my
Of
parents.
your
biological
yeah,
parents.
yeah.
Oh, then they both moved on after you.
Right. They
Thomas,
divorced
good
when I was
spotting.
1, and both remarried.
So they got
like,
divorced when
immediately.
you were 1. Were you
Yeah.
the reason that they split up?
Maybe.
You blame yourself?
Actually,
Dude, Grant.
actually, my dad was kind of forced to go to Tulane Law School.
Forced.
Yeah,
By
he
who?
didn't. His father. He was like, "We need an attorney in the family, and you're going."
Jeez.
So-
What did his father do?
He owned a steel supply company in New Iberia, Louisiana.
Is that where you're from?
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
One of my favorite authors is from New Iberia.
Oh, really?
James Lee Burke. Speaking of books and where you're from.
That would be a good
okay.
one.
There you go.
Yeah.
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 That's cool. You're on 90. You're on the big stretch.
Yep. Yeah. So that's where all my family
Right
is
on.
from. They're in Lafayette. So.
Are you from around there, Andrew?
I grew up in Metairie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But your family has got to be from.
My
Duhon.
pop, yeah, okay. My pops is from Kaplan and Erath. So
Okay.
spent some
Gotcha.
summers down there.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right on.
Yeah. Pops
You're-
went and
you're
learned some
from-
math.
You're from home,
Yeah.
which is sort
Like
of
between
on the
here
90,
and
I
where
guess.
she
yeah,
is.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Do you still your family's still there? Are they in the music?
all of them.
Anyone's playing music in that?
No one plays music.
Right.
My mom's in Houston, but my
So-
grandparents are still in
So
Liberia.
is your dad a lawyer then?
He is. Yes.
So he went to law school?
He did.
And what was he doing before that?
He was an accountant. He was doing accounting.
It's a pretty weird story.
Yeah.
What would be wrong with having an accountant in the family, which would be pretty useful?
I don't know. I mean, his dad just came to him and was like, "We need an attorney, and you're doing it." So he paid for him to go to school, and he went. So
Okay. All right. And what does your mom do?
my mom is she was a stay-at-home mom, but now
Only
she
for 1 year, or for the next marriage as well?
exactly. But now she owns like a little bouquet gift business, sort of online.
In Houston?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, gift business online.
Yeah.
All right. Thomas?
Where in Houston?
Katie.
That's where I grew up.
Oh,
Okay.
really?
There you go.
Yeah,
Small
right.
world.
I mean, everyone. Katie used to be like 2 exits, and now it's like what, 20?
Yeah, now it's the armpit of Houston.
Wait, so where did you go to high school?
I went to Katy High School.
Shut up! I went to Katy High School.
Come on.
Wow.
Wait, what year did you graduate?
01.
Okay, I was 05.
Yeah, well, I also moved in 99, but still.
Okay.
Okay, that's
crazy.
a small.
Wait,
Wait, did you
that's
go
a
to Katy
small
Junior
world.
High?
I did not. I went to McDonald Junior High.
Oh, McDonald's.
Yeah.
Hey.
Oh, look at the shade that was thrown my way. Look at that. Oh.
I'm just kidding. I had friends that went to McDonald's.
Where did you grow up? What neighborhood?
So Pin Oak Village.
What's that like?
No, it's actually really nice.
Yeah, I mean it's actually right behind
And this
Bill.
is with your mom's
Yeah.
next family.
Correct. Yeah. Well, they had kids together
Right.
after me.
How does everyone get along?
Very well.
And
It's
both
kind of
families are-
weird. Yeah.
Cool.
So I have 13 grandparents. So my family's.
Hang on, what? You didn't just say that, did you?
Yeah, I
have
do.
13 grandparents?
Yeah. So all my parents.
First of all, that's an odd number.
Well, I know because
Right there.
one passed.
Okay, 13 left.
Yeah. So each parent's family or parents divorced and remarried.
What?
I don't want.
Thomas is going to have to figure this one out.
I don't want to
This
do
is
that.
beyond me
Actually,
completely.
my husband did a family tree for me because I don't even keep track anymore, and he did a family tree for me as part of some project. I think it was Successions, or is that the right
So
term?
I was going to say that's some of like one of the problems I had to do on the bar exam. You
Yeah.
know, all these people and the parents and drawing it out. And
Yeah, so he comes from a very small family, so he's like, I'm going to do your family. And I'm like, all right. So he did it. And I mean, it was just like this huge thing. And I was like, oh my gosh. It was,
Do you have to buy birthday presents for all these people?
No, I hope
Nobody.
they buy me birthday present.
That's a great. You have 13 grandparents.
She has
Yeah.
like
That
6
is
Christmases.
Wild.
Yeah,
Hey,
holidays are sort of tricky. Yeah.
no kidding.
But good food. The
Oh,
buffet
yeah.
is awesome.
Exactly.
Does everybody, the blended families, both get together? Both your parents?
Well, we bought a house 2 years ago, and we tried to host Christmas, and that was interesting. But there was really no drama.
You invited both families.
Yeah, we did.
And everyone came.
Yeah. The only drama was we gave my grandmother a chocolate that was not really
Oh.
chocolate.
Oh,
You mean it
nice.
was like weed?
Yes.
Wow.
My mom did that for the first time like last year on accident.
Oh, really?
So yeah, how did it go with your
Ours
grandma?
was kind of intentional.
You dosed your grandma?
Yeah.
What number grandma?
Okay, so she has Parkinson's.
well,
and
that's fine.
yeah. So we wanted to see. She was against it, but we just
Here's
did
a
it.
cookie, yeah.
Yeah,
And
and
what happened?
she was raiding our pantry within like an hour, and
Did any of the Parkinson's symptoms stop?
it did very much
Really
so.
would.
Yeah, and I was shocked, and I was like a huge advocate for it. But they just kind of got back to New Iberia and kind of got. I actually ended up getting them, some more stuff to keep in the fridge. And
Well, it's going to be legal in Louisiana
Yeah.
for your grandma in the next, I think it's November.
Yeah.
And it's just
Yeah.
insane the amount of money they're spending on drugs and legal drugs, and compared to what they could be spending when
On weed.
yeah. So
Yeah.
That's interesting. So
It
where
was.
did you get did you make the weed or did you get it from
I
Colorado?
didn't.
You made it?
No, I didn't make it. I had it. I had it sent by a friend in California.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Good move. C-Rock.
Joe Stark, Blaine Cruz loves you so much with like 11 H's.
Yeah, he does. Tell Blaine I said hello. Hey, Blaine.
Hey, would you like to hear
It's a
Andrew
good friend.
Duhon play a song, by the way, while we're here?
Do you want to play my guitar?
Yeah, please.
Okay, grab that Gibson.
I would actually love to play that guitar.
You don't have a thing on there to
You know,
tell you if it's in tune or not.
Actually, as you said, this is a J45, which nobody else is going to care, but I'm going to tell Joe, is almost indistinguishable from the J50 back in these days when they had the long pick guards like this. Because you guys recognize that, like, that's not the normal pick guard, but, it's so interesting and beautiful. But
So is that a J45?
this is
or a-
probably a 45, but what I have in the bag over there is a J50, so it's just like this, but
Oh,
it's
you
natural.
bought one? You've got one here too?
Yeah, and like I bought mine on like all my pizza tips from college. I had like exactly $1,000 and found a guy in Place who had a J50 and bought it from him because I always wanted one of these old Gibson
Right,
acoustics.
same.
I've since, truth be told, fallen out of love with mine. I'm gonna have to get rid of it, but easy come, easy go.
Another man's guitar, though, like it's something to, I don't know, like I'll never stop, like, be like, oh my God, this thing plays like amazing. I need to have this. And then, like, I'll own a guitar for a year or two, be like, I don't know, I'm not in love with it
Totally,
anymore.
and that's something you got. Well, you keep them around, and it's only taking up space. That if you're willing to be actively moving things in and out, you'll find the ones that you love.
Yeah, I start having like pedal board.
It's probably a Tinder
sessions.
session.
Like I'll go play the other guitar player's thing. Like, God, man, I gotta fix my shit.
Yeah, totally, dude. Yeah, bring it in. It's like we got guitars and then we got instruments. Some of them are instruments. Like you play this note, that's what the note is.
Right.
And then other than they're just guitars.
What are you doing? Are you going to go?
I got to go grab my notebook because I just jotted it today.
Oh, okay.
I'll be right back.
Oh, cool. Brand new song.
Yeah,
I like
that's what
it.
Andrew does. Andrew comes on here and he plays a song that he's working on, and then we have to rate it. You have to give it a rating out of 5.
Is that how he determines if it's going to end up
a rating
on the
out of
record or
5?
not?
Then we'll see how it goes. Yeah.
Man, I have to tell you, your newest record we recently got into out on the road, and that "Heart of a Man" song is just
thanks, dude.
Like lights out.
Thank you.
Video's amazing too.
Thanks, buddy.
Is there a video?
Yeah.
See,
drove around. Do you know Hunter Holder by any chance?
Yeah,
Videographer?
I do.
Yeah. We rode around Colorado and Utah with just shooting stuff, and he had no plan. He just got a bunch of beautiful stuff and then edited it together and ended up with a nice. Yeah, check that one out.
Hunter's cool. Did he just make a book of his girlfriend naked everywhere?
Well, that's not the most artistic way to put it there, Joe, but yes, essentially, yes. So his girlfriend, whose nickname is Pepper, that's the name of the book, Pepper, and it's basically the story of them traveling around the world, but it's a lot of her naked butt, yes.
Right on.
Yeah.
Into that.
Well, she's a good
Go
sport.
ahead,
And
Hunter.
if you get the limited edition book, you'll get a butt print signature
From Pepper.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well, this is a song I wrote today about. It's inspired by writer's block and crippling self-doubt. It goes like this. You know I got a shitty roommate in my head. Behind my furrowed brow, he makes his Murphy bed. He got me worried with the trouble in mind. Takes all the hurries that I had in back of my mind, filled me with a crippling doubt. Yeah, I got a roommate in my head. I think it's high time that I kick him out. He took all my confidence, replaced it with doubt. What the fuck is that about? If I ignore him, he'll probably be leaving. Leave me room for believing. You know I got a shitty roommate in my head. I used to trot with the posture of a thoroughbred, but I've been feeling like a jackass in heat. He got me stuck out all night in the middle of the street. He locked me out, now his phone is dead. I got a roommate, a shitty roommate in my head. I know it's high time, I ought to kick him out. Took all my confidence, replaced it with doubt. Fuck is that about, Lord?